Good evening. It is Friday the 18th of October. It's just about to turn 6:30. I haven't posted any of the videos this week because I haven't worked since last Saturday. It's basically, from Sunday all the way through, I haven't worked. I've been a little bit rough. My son's been a bit rough as well, so there's obviously like a little bit of a bug going around the house. So yeah, I've just come back out this evening. I'm going to be doing, I've purposely come out a little bit later because I'm going to be staying out later, so I'm going to be doing Ubering until about 2:30, and then I've got a private airport job from near Ormskirk going to Liverpool Airport, so then I'll be coming off Uber to go and do that. So yeah, I'm picking them up at 3:15 AM. So I'll be down to Liverpool Airport for just after 4 AM, and then I'll be home hopefully just before 5 o'clock. So yeah, that's purposely why I came out a little bit later. Because like I said, I'm going to be out now till 5, so it's like 11 hours. Normally I'd try to come out for about 4-5 o'clock maybe on a Friday. But then I would have been out for like 13 hours or something, so yeah, I didn't want to start feeling tired or anything. So yeah, that's about it. I'm just going to go online now for pretty much like the first time in about a week, so I will keep you updated shortly. Little update time, it is 10:30, so it's been 4 hours since I started. It's been busy-ish. But yeah, I've been going all over the place today, which isn't like me. So I started off little Ormskirk to Ormskirk, 5:78 for 1.3 miles. But I probably ran 2 or 3 miles for it because it's my first job and I was in the middle of nowhere. I then got another Ormskirk to Ormskirk, 6:65 plus a £3 tip I've just seen. Say thanks for that. So 9:65 for 1 mile. I then got a Bersco to Ormskirk, £4.52. That was 1 mile. I then got I was in Southport. I can't even remember where I've been. Southport to Southport, 3:74 for 1.5 miles. I then got a Southport to Southport. I then had Southport to Ormskirk. It was a bit of a pain, that job, to be honest, because I didn't realise it was a stop off. So it turned out to be £11.25 for 8.6 miles. I then took a Ormskirk to Bersco, which was £5.39 for 4 miles, so another crap paying job. I then had this guy, who was quite funny really. So it was a Bersco to Ormskirk. I think it was like £8 or £9 or something, which wasn't too bad because I'd just been paid £5 to drive from Ormskirk to Bersco. So I took that. He gets in, 4 of them. They're probably in the 60s at least. And he goes, is the first stop such and such in Ormskirk, and the second one is like Maghull? I said no. I said you've only put 1 stop on me. He was like, all right. I said yeah. I said you can add it on the app. I said it's not a problem, just add it on. He said yeah, I'll sort it when I get there. Like, all right, fair enough. So I think it was about 8 minutes later we then got to Ormskirk. So 2 of them get out, shuts the doors. I'm just sat there, and he goes, right, so what do we need to do now? I was like, that's the same thing I told you 8 minutes ago. I said, you need to get your phone out and you need to book where we're going. All right, okay, yeah. So he gets his phone out. I said, do you need a hand? Do you need me to? No, I'll sort it. Right, okay. So he's faffing about on his phone for like 2 or 3 minutes, and he goes, right, I think I found it. So do I need to click cancel job? I said, don't cancel the job. I said, because knowing Uber, they'll assign you a different driver. I said, so you'll have to get out here now on this country lane in the rain and wait for it. Right, okay. I said, that's why I haven't cancelled the job. I haven't swiped to say the job was complete, because their friends had just got out because they knew he was going to add another stop. So he carries on looking, and another couple of minutes pass, so much so that it pops up saying from Uber, is everything okay? Do you need help? You know, do you need to dial 999? So then another couple of minutes go by, he goes, so yeah, I've got the job here, and so shall I just click cancel? I said, no. I said, we've just gone over this. I said, if you cancel the job now, you'll have to get out of the car. Oh no, I don't want to do that. So then he's clicking on it again. I'm like, do you want me to help? No, I've sorted it. Right, okay. So then he clicks on something else, and then he was like, I'm trying to book a job now, and it's trying to rebook it again from the pub where we've just been. I said, you're not booking a new job. I said, you need to go into the current ride and just add another stop. Bloody hell. So eventually he books it, and then it was going another couple of miles down towards Maghull. So that like £8 or £9 job turned into, because he's given me a £5 tip. He did, to be fair, when he got out, he said, oh, I'll tip you on the app. I thought, oh, as if that's going to happen. He couldn't even figure out how to change it. Why can't I click on anything? So anyway, it ended up being £18.68 for 9 miles. And then I had a, where are we? Ormskirk to Ormskirk XL. That was from the uni going into the town centre. 6.48 for 1.1 miles. Then I had, from where I dropped them off, it was an Ormskirk to Skem, but it was at the exact same location, and that's why I accepted the job. And I pulled up, they climbed out, and I can see this guy just like walking around looking at his phone. But what the app didn't do was notify him to say I was there. It was telling me to carry on, do a lap around the block and come back again. But I couldn't back up any further because I was in a one-way system. But I was like 2 foot away from the rider, so I don't know why it wasn't notifying him. So I was assuming it was him anyway, because obviously there's loads of people walking around. So I clicked on, sent him a message to say I've arrived. Anyway, he came over and got in. So that was 7.28 for 4.4 miles, which then took me to Skem. I thought, I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I started heading back towards Ormskirk, and then got a bit of an Ormskirk job. It's kind of right on the outskirts. It was like border of Skem, which was going into St Helens. It was an XL. So I turned up there. It was £8.61 for 2.5 miles. And then just one bloke came out and jumped in. So I don't know why he's booked an XL. I think he must have been trolleyed. He was in the car for like 5 seconds. And he goes, I need a wee. So I always look, because I don't know if he's talking to me or if they're on the phone. I said, what did you say? He said, I need a wee. I said, bloody hell. I said, you've only just got in. We were just about to pull onto the bypass. So I pulled into the petrol station. He runs over and he has a wee in the bush. And he comes back and he was like, oh, thanks for that. I'll give you the tip, you know, I'll sort it out and all this. So I was like, yeah, okay. So then I dropped him off, because like I said, it was only a 5-minute job. And then he's climbing out and he's like, oh yeah, I'll give you the tip. He said, I'll give you the tip in cash. He said, because you know what Uber's like, they probably won't give you the money. And then he gave me a £10 tip. So I was like, okay, thanks. So, you know, he was like, I'll give you this, he said, because, you know, you've pulled over for me and everything, so I could have a wee. So I was like, oh, nice one. So basically, it was a £10 wee. So I got £18.61 for that for 2.5 miles. So then I was in St Helens, and then I got a St Helens, which was like less than a mile from where I dropped them off. It was kind of going in towards the town centre. I probably made it halfway to that job, and then someone phoned me, said, oh, I'll jump out to this pub instead, mate. So I was like, right, okay. So he jumped out there. That was £5.96 for 3.1 miles, but I didn't do the 3.1. I probably done about 1.5 miles. So currently I'm on £121.80 for 4 hours. So that's £30.45 an hour. So yeah, not too bad. I think a bit that's helped on that is obviously like tips, because I think in tips I've had about £18 tips up to now, which isn't too bad. So I'm just kind of slowly just pulling to a lay-by to give it a bit of an update. I came offline because it's been 4 hours and I haven't had the chance to do an update. I'm going to kind of slowly head back into Ormskirk now, and then maybe towards kind of like Southport way, and by which point I'll then need a top up, I've got about 40 miles left, so I'm going to need a top up and obviously some food. But yeah, it's going to kind of be a late-ish one, because I normally stay out till 3 or 4 depending on how busy it is on a Friday and Saturday night. But as I mentioned before, I've got a Skelmersdale pickup at 3:15, which is a private airport job, which is kind of in between Southport and where I live. So yeah, if I carry on hanging around Southport, and then I'll finish on Uber for maybe about 2:30, and then I'll head over for this collection. So yeah, I'll do that, and then probably drop them off at Liverpool Airport. So they'll be down there for about 4, and then I should be home just before about 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'm going to need a charge and some food for that. So yeah, I'll go back online now, and I will try and keep you updated in the next hour or so. So it's yeah, it's just after 10:30 now. So yeah, I'll try and give you an update at about 11:30. I'll catch you in a bit. So it's just turned 11:30, so it's been another hour, and I've only done two jobs. So I was basically in between St Helens and Ormskirk, kind of heading back towards Ormskirk. A couple of really stupid jobs were popping up, less than £1 a mile. I took a screenshot of one that some poor sod would have accepted. So yeah, I was, like I said, I was between St Helens and Ormskirk, and this job popped up. It was Skelmersdale to Manchester. So I was 2 miles away, and it was a 37-mile job, so like 9 miles in total, and they were only offering £40.71, so it was basically £1 a mile from Skem all the way to Manchester. If I zoom in, it looks like kind of, I don't know, like North Manchester. Don't really do much up there, to be honest, but I thought, wow, some poor sod's done that thinking, oh look, 40 quid, and then not realising it's like that's a good hour at least to get there, and then what are you going to do? So anyway, I decided to accept Ormskirk to Southport, which was quite handy, because I thought in the last update I said I'm going to head towards Ormskirk and then maybe on to Southport. Wasn't the greatest paying job, but it was £14.11 for 10.5 miles, so I done that, and then immediately picked up someone, which was £3.74 for 1.6 miles, so not the greatest, but I only wanted to do something short because I needed to come and charge up and go and have something to eat. But they gave me a £5 tip as well. I think it's because we got talking, and she was originally from Liverpool, and pretty much it turns out I was the same age. I went to the same secondary school as her older brothers and everything. So yeah, so basically I got £8.74 off them for 1.6 miles, so it wasn't too bad. So yeah, currently on £133.89 over the 5 hours. The hourly rate's dropped a little bit. It's now, you can hardly hear me over the rain, it's now £26.77 an hour. So just going to get a quick bite to eat. Going to go on charge. I've only got 20 miles left, so I'm probably going to be offline for about an hour now. It's going to take me to about 12:30, and then I'll probably do about another 2 hours of Ubering thereabouts, and then I'll make my way over to my private job. So yeah, what time is it? Did I just say? Yeah, that'll take us to 12:30. Yeah, so next update will probably be about 1:30ish, something like that. So I'll catch you then. So little update time. It's coming up to nearly 3:15. I've just gone offline because I've got the private job in about half an hour. I'm only about 10 minutes away from them, but I'm just going to quickly run the Hoover over in the back, because obviously I've had Uber customers in all night, so just wanted it to be nice and clean when I go and pick them up. So where was I? Last update was 1 o'clock, I think I started again. It's been really quiet, to be honest. Where are we? So yeah, I came back online, had a little Southport to Southport, 4:23 for 1.4 miles. And then a 3:71 for 1.4 miles. 6:43 for 2.2 miles. A £6 1 for 1.7 miles. It says that was a surge job. I then got a £3.75 for a cancelled job that they never came out for. A £3.72 for 0.6 of a mile, and then the last one was £3.71 for 1.1 mile. So the price per mile isn't too bad, but it's really, yeah, that's open till about 3 or 4 o'clock, so I think they're just basically waiting for them to empty out. So I finished on it was £150 and 45 pence. So £8 of that. On the app was tips. So I mean, it depends if you're taking the tips into consideration, because if you don't, obviously the price per hour drops. I also got another £15 in tips in cash. So, you know, technically I got, let's call it £165. So if you look at it for 165 and you divide that by the 6.5 hours, that's £25.40 an hour. Now if you look at it without any tips, it's 142 divided by 6.5, it then drops to £21.84 an hour. So yeah, and also another thing to kind of like put it into perspective of kind of how important it is to get like an operator's license. So let's just take that at the higher rate, for example. So I've made about £25 an hour for the past 6.5 hours now. Now I'm just about to do this job now, which is a return job, but obviously just a one-way leg. So from pretty much kind of Southport to Liverpool Airport, they're paying £75. Obviously £5 of that is going to be the drop-off fee, but I'm being paid like £70 basically. And that job from here now is going to take me 40 minutes to do. So basically what I'm making in 40 minutes on a private job, it's taking me 3 hours on a Friday night with Uber. So yeah, it just it goes to show really. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointing night really. I mean, like I said, I could have come out a bit earlier because I know I didn't start till, was it 6 or half 6 or something? Half 6. Yeah, I could have come out, you know, maybe 2 hours earlier to bump the figures up a bit. But yeah, I'm not going to get home till like 4:30, 5 o'clock, so that's why I didn't want to. But yeah, so I will I'll leave this as my last update, because obviously it's the only other job I'm going to be doing now is just my private one, so there's no point in giving an update after that really. So yeah, I will going to be back out again tomorrow. Try and get out as early as I can really, but obviously with me getting back so late, I mightn't get out until, I don't know, anywhere between like 2 and 4 o'clock tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.